You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You can go and subscribe, cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic.
Bears fans, this has to be the most motivating thing I've ever heard in my life. Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. As always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. So here we go, Bears fans. We are in the final week of the NFL season, and the Chicago Bears are heading to Lambeau Field to take on the hated rivals, the Green Bay Packers. And even though the Chicago Bears are not playing for anything, they're not playing for NFL playoffs, the Green Bay Packers are in a win and end situation. If they beat the Chicago Bears, they will officially clinch their spot in the NFL playoffs. So the Chicago Bears are trying to go into Lambeau Field and play spoiler against the Green Bay Packers. And I think that would be a huge victory for the city of Chicago and the Chicago Bears organization. But Bears fans, even though this is a huge game for the Chicago Bears organization, I think it's an even bigger game for not only head coach Matt Eberflus, but quarterback Justin Fields. But what I want to come on here today on Keek on the Mic and why I feel like this is so motivating, I just want to share this with you guys. Kyle Brandt of Good Morning Football gave a motivational speech to Justin Fields that could last a lifetime going into this matchup against the Green Bay Packers. And let me tell you, Bears fans, after I listened to this from Kyle Brandt, it made me want to run through a freaking wall. Check this out, Bears fans.
I'm tired of talking about Justin Fields. I want to talk to him. Justin, it doesn't matter what I want to happen with you, what any of us want, what anybody watching wants. Right now, it doesn't even matter what the Bears want. It matters what you want. I think you want to be a Chicago Bear for life. So do it. Get it. Grab it this weekend. It's right there. I am sick of reading about your landing spots. You could be a Raider. You could be a Falcon. To hell with that. You are an effing Chicago Bear, homegrown. There is no landing spot because you're not leaving. Not if you win Sunday against that team in that town. Something you understood way back in your very first ever mic'd up moment as a Bear. You got it.
Who's your center at Ohio State?
Josh Myers.
What year was he?
He was a senior.
He was. Did he get drafted?
To the wrong team.
Who's that? Oh, yeah. Well, we're happy for him on draft day. Then after that, he can become our enemy.
Bears fans loved it. Here's the problem. Josh Myers has been to the playoffs, and he's never lost to you. He got drafted by the right team. The team that you play this weekend. I think it's the biggest game of your life. I think it is a bigger game for the Bears than it is for the Packers. Green Bay wins, it determines their next few weeks. Chicago wins, it determines their next few years. You win, it determines your entire career. Justin, that team that traded up to draft you is going to grab some college kid to replace you. Doesn't that piss you off? Play like it. For a guy who usually says nothing, it is time to scream something. I am your quarterback. I am your leader. I am your present. I am your future. Take those draft picks and shove them or save them or trade them, but you're going to need them to build me an army so I can bring you a Super Bowl for the first time in almost 40 years, so I can give you a real franchise quarterback for the first time in over 100 years. Now, you go up there and you lose again, how can the Bears keep you? But you go burn Lambeau down, how can they not? Great moments are born from great opportunity. You can end two evils in one game. The Green Bay Packers season and the Justin Fields debate. Keep him, help him, pay him, crown him. Justin, this is not your last game as a Bears player. It's your first game as a Bears legend. Woo! Strength and honor, you unleash hell. You got it? Let's go! Let's go!
Wow, Bears fans, that speech from Kyle Brandt was absolutely insane. I do want to remind you guys that Kyle Brandt is a huge Chicago Bears fan and an even bigger Justin Fields supporter. So, of course, he wants the Chicago Bears and Justin Fields to go into Lambeau Field and beat the Green Bay Packers. But a lot what he had to say in his motivational spiel going towards Justin Fields is absolutely true. If Justin Fields is able to go in there, right, and beat the Green Bay Packers in dominating fashion and knock them out of the NFL playoffs, I think that would not only cement his spot as the quarterback next season for the Chicago Bears, but he would instantly become a legend. And I understand that he has struggled against the Green Bay Packers to start his NFL career. I believe he's 0-4, 0-5 in his first 3 years against the Green Bay Packers. But this one win that would knock the Green Bay Packers out of the NFL playoffs, I think would make up for those first 5 losses. I know that sounds crazy. I know I'm probably sounding like a huge fanboy right here on Keek on the Mic, but I'm being absolutely serious. The city of Chicago would absolutely praise quarterback Justin Fields for going in there and knocking the Green Bay Packers out of the playoffs. And just like Kyle Brandt said, we are tired of hearing these destination spots to the Atlanta Falcons, to the Las Vegas Raiders, to the Denver Broncos, whoever wants Justin Fields to be on their team. We are tired of hearing it. We want Justin Fields. The real Bears fans want Justin Fields in the city of Chicago. We want Justin Fields to be our franchise quarterback. And I feel like it would go a long way for Justin Fields to go in there and, just like Kyle Brandt said, burn Lambeau Field down and beat the Green Bay Packers and knock them out of the playoffs. And one of the things I really liked what Kyle Brandt had to say in his little spiel to Justin Fields is that he's absolutely right. This is a way bigger game for the Chicago Bears than it is for the Green Bay Packers. And that's so funny to say that, because the Green Bay Packers are actually playing for something. Once again, if the Green Bay Packers beat the Chicago Bears, they are in the NFL playoffs. But for years and years and years, ever since I've been a Bears fan, the Green Bay Packers have dominated this matchup against the Chicago Bears. So what I want to say on this episode of Keek on the Mic is enough is enough. Justin Fields has to go in there and beat the bully that has been beating us for years and years and years. Enough is enough, Bears fans. And I think this would be the perfect opportunity to go in there and cement his spot as the quarterback for 2024. Once again, the Green Bay Packers have had their way against the Chicago Bears, but I feel like the Chicago Bears are playing really good football at the ending stretch of the season, and that's not discrediting what the Green Bay Packers and Jordan Love are doing. They're also playing really good football, but I do personally feel like this is going to be a different outcome when Green Bay came to Chicago and beat us 38-20 at Soldier Field. So not only does Justin Fields need to return the favor when Jordan Love came into Soldier Field and absolutely gassed the Chicago Bears to lead them to a 38-20 win in week 1, but Justin Fields has the opportunity to knock the Green Bay Packers out of the playoffs. So all that dominance over the years where Green Bay has been absolutely owning the Chicago Bears, if they can get this one win, knocking the Green Bay Packers out of the playoffs, it would all be worth it. All those losses, all that misery to the Green Bay Packers would all be worth it with this one single win on Sunday. So Justin Fields, it's time to put up or shut up, because I really feel if Justin Fields can go in there and have a dominating performance against the Green Bay Packers, I think that will cement his spot as the quarterback for the Chicago Bears moving forward. So overall, Bears fans, I just wanted to come on the podcast really quick to share what Kyle Brandt had to say and his message to Justin Fields going into this huge matchup against the Green Bay Packers. I know it really got me pumped up for this game against the Packers this weekend. But before I let you guys go, let me ask you guys this. After listening to what Kyle Brandt had to say to quarterback Justin Fields, how are you feeling about this weekend's matchup against the Green Bay Packers? Let me know down below in the comment section. But as always, make sure you continue to hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. Make sure you share this episode of Keek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, be back for our all new Bears podcast right here on Keek on the Mic. Thanks, guys. And as always, bear down.
You've been listening to Keek on the Mic, a podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Thanks, guys, and bear down.